Hi, I'm Robert Downey Jr.
And I'm Christopher Nolan, and this is the Wired Auto.
From a quiet London suburb to the dazzling heights of Hollywood, one director has redefined modern cinema. How did a young boy with a Super 8 camera and an insatiable curiosity for storytelling become the mastermind behind films that challenge perception, bend time, and captivate millions worldwide? Christopher Nolan is not just a filmmaker. He is a visionary who transformed ideas into cinematic experiences that blur the line between reality and imagination. This is the story of a mind that turned dreams into groundbreaking masterpieces. Christopher Edward Nolan was born in London in 1970, into a family that nurtured curiosity and creativity. His father, a British advertising executive and co-founder of a data company, and his mother, an English teacher, encouraged intellectual exploration and artistic expression from an early age. Surrounded by books, films, and lively discussions, young Nolan developed a fascination with storytelling that would shape his future. As a child, he began experimenting with a Super 8 camera, creating short films with friends and family. Even these early projects demonstrated a keen eye for framing, lighting, and narrative structure, hinting at the meticulous craftsmanship that would define his later work. School years were marked by an insatiable curiosity and a love for both classic and avant-garde cinema. Frequent trips to the theater and local libraries exposed him to the works of Hitchcock, Kubrick, and Fellini, inspiring Nolan to think beyond conventional storytelling. A formative experience came when Nolan started exploring non-linear narratives, fascinated by how memory and perception could reshape a story. This curiosity, combined with an early talent for visualization, laid the foundation for his signature cinematic style. Despite the challenges of a modest upbringing and the pressures of early adolescence, Nolan's passion for film remained unwavering, setting him on a path toward becoming one of Hollywood's most influential and visionary directors. After honing his skills as a young filmmaker, Christopher Nolan began creating short films that showcased his distinctive vision. Among these early works, Doodlebug, 1995, a psychological thriller shot in his apartment, hinted at the tension, precision, and inventive storytelling that would become hallmarks of his career. In 1998, Nolan made his feature debut with Following, a noir-inspired thriller produced on a shoestring budget. The film, shot in black and white with minimal equipment, followed a young writer who becomes entangled in a criminal underworld. Despite its modest resources, Following displayed Nolan's mastery of non-linear narrative, intricate plotting, and suspenseful pacing. Critics quickly recognized his talent, and the film garnered attention at independent festivals, establishing Nolan as a promising new voice in cinema. This period of experimentation also allowed Nolan to explore recurring themes: memory, identity, moral ambiguity, and the manipulation of time. By tackling complex concepts early in his career, he distinguished himself from contemporaries, showing that intelligent, thought-provoking storytelling could captivate audiences without reliance on blockbuster budgets. Nolan's early career laid the groundwork for a seamless transition into Hollywood. His ability to blend cerebral narratives with compelling character arcs caught the attention of producers, opening the door to larger projects while preserving his creative integrity. These first steps were not just a beginning, they were a declaration that Nolan would challenge and redefine cinematic conventions. Christopher Nolan's breakthrough arrived with Memento, 2000, a psychological thriller that challenged conventional storytelling. Told in reverse chronological order, the film placed viewers inside the fractured mind of a man grappling with memory loss. Memento earned widespread acclaim, secured an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Screenplay, and cemented Nolan's reputation as a director unafraid to experiment with narrative form. Following this success, Nolan took on Insomnia, 2002, a Hollywood remake starring Al Pacino and Robin Williams. While more conventional than Memento, the film demonstrated Nolan's ability to translate his meticulous storytelling and atmospheric tension into larger studio productions, blending artistry with commercial appeal. The true turning point came with The Dark Knight trilogy, 2005-2012. Batman Begins revitalized the superhero genre, grounding it in realism and emotional depth. The Dark Knight 2008 became a cultural phenomenon, earning over $1 billion worldwide and featuring Heath Ledger's unforgettable performance as the Joker, a role that would win a posthumous Academy Award. With The Dark Knight Rises, 2012, Nolan concluded the trilogy with critical and commercial triumph, showcasing his mastery of character development, intricate plotting, and cinematic spectacle. Beyond superhero cinema, Nolan continued to push boundaries with Inception, 2010, a layered heist thriller set within the architecture of dreams, and Interstellar, 2014, an epic exploring space, time, and human emotion. Both films earned global recognition for their visual innovation, intellectual ambition, and emotional resonance. Tenet, 2020, further solidified Nolan's reputation as a director who challenges audience perception, employing complex temporal mechanics and breathtaking action sequences. Over the course of his career, Nolan has garnered BAFTA awards, Academy Award nominations, and worldwide acclaim, leaving an indelible mark on modern cinema. His films are not merely blockbusters, they are thought experiments, cinematic puzzles, and emotional journeys, proving that intelligence and spectacle can coexist on the big screen. This period of peak career represents the culmination of years of dedication, experimentation, and vision, a testament to Nolan's unwavering commitment to redefining what films can achieve. Even as Christopher Nolan's career soared, he faced numerous challenges. Early on, skepticism from Hollywood studios questioned whether his complex, cerebral narratives could attract mainstream audiences. Producing films like Memento and following required ingenuity to overcome financial constraints, tight schedules, and limited resources, pushing Nolan to maximize creativity within minimal budgets. As his profile grew, Nolan also navigated critical controversies. Tenet, 2020, for example, divided audiences and critics alike. Some viewers praised its innovative manipulation of time and complex plotting, while others found it confusing and hard to follow, sparking heated debates about accessibility in blockbuster cinema. Yet Nolan's response remained consistent. He prioritized artistic vision over mass appeal, maintaining control over his scripts, production, and editing. Unlike many Hollywood figures, Nolan has avoided tabloid scandals and personal controversies. He keeps a private personal life, rarely engaging in public disputes, and focuses attention on his craft rather than celebrity drama. This deliberate distance from media noise allowed him to weather criticism without damaging his reputation. Challenges also emerged from technical and logistical demands, pushing the boundaries of IMAX cinematography, practical effects, and large-scale set pieces presented ongoing obstacles. Balancing ambition with budget, safety, and studio expectations required careful negotiation and unwavering determination. Through each setback, criticism, and debate, Nolan demonstrated that artistic integrity and resilience can triumph over external pressures. By refusing to compromise his vision, he not only overcame these challenges, but also reinforced his reputation as one of the most respected and innovative directors of his generation. Christopher Nolan has continually reinvented himself while staying true to his cinematic vision. Even after global success, he refused to conform to typical blockbuster formulas, instead pushing the boundaries of storytelling, technology, and audience expectation. His embrace of IMAX cameras, practical effects, and large-format cinematography transformed how modern audiences experience films, creating a heightened sense of realism and immersion. Beyond technical innovation, Nolan has cultivated a distinct personal brand, reserved, meticulous, and intensely private. Rarely engaging with the media or social networks, he allows his films to speak for themselves, fostering a sense of mystique and respect rarely seen among Hollywood directors. Nolan also demonstrates a commitment to the next generation of filmmakers. He supports educational initiatives, film preservation efforts, and mentorship programs, emphasizing the importance of storytelling and technical skill. This combination of artistic integrity and social contribution has shaped a new image, a director who balances blockbuster spectacle with cerebral ambition, commercial success with artistic authenticity. Each new project, whether a time-twisting thriller, a space epic, or a superhero saga, reveals Nolan's restless drive to innovate. His reinvention is not about image or publicity. It is about continuing to challenge both himself and his audience, redefining what cinema can achieve and leaving a lasting imprint on the art of filmmaking itself. Christopher Nolan's legacy is one of innovation, intellect, and cinematic daring. He has redefined storytelling, demonstrating that films can be both commercially successful and profoundly thought-provoking. By blending complex narratives, breathtaking visuals, and emotional depth, Nolan has transformed modern cinema, influencing a generation of filmmakers and captivating audiences worldwide. His films explore the boundaries of time, memory, and human perception, challenging viewers to engage actively with the story while delivering unforgettable cinematic experiences. Beyond his artistry, Nolan exemplifies discipline, vision, and integrity, maintaining creative control and prioritizing substance over spectacle alone. The journey of Christopher Nolan proves that passion, perseverance, and imagination can turn a simple idea into a transformative legacy. From a boy with a Super 8 camera to a director whose name is synonymous with innovation, his story inspires filmmakers and fans alike. If you enjoyed this journey through Nolan's world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories behind Hollywood's most fascinating minds.